The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great day, man. Happy Monday to everybody. I hope everybody had a phenomenal Thanksgiving. I hope everybody, was doing their thing at Thanksgiving and spent time with family and took a chance to get out of the markets for a minute and just really enjoy their family, enjoy themselves. So I hope so. I hope that's what happened, and everybody just had a good time, man. And I hope. Oh man, I lost my chat. Hold up, just a second. Lost my chat. I don't know what I hit. There we go. We back. So yeah, I lost my chat for a second. I was over here hitting buttons, man. So everybody on your way in, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button. I hope everybody is definitely back and ready to go after the holidays, after Thanksgiving. Spent time with your family, did all that good stuff that you guys know that you guys should be doing in this time, right? So, I hope you guys had the opportunity to do that. But on your way in, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button over there on X and in YouTube and on TikTok over there. Go ahead and just keep tapping that like screen. Just keep tapping the screen. Let TikTok know we're here. Let TikTok know we're just not hanging out. We're gonna get into these markets. Man, crypto got beat up last night. The market makers went to work last night. They beat up cryptocurrency pretty bad. But you know what? Yeah, kind of something that we got to deal with as we get into this new age of trading over here in crypto. Something that we got to deal with, man. So what a bloody day. Yeah, it was pretty bloody yesterday, Junior. Welcome, Junior. How are you, man? It was a pretty bloody day over there yesterday. I was lucky enough to be on Waddy's panel over there on TikTok, and when it happened, and I had one or two long positions open that I was able to go ahead and close out before I absolutely just got smashed. Oh yeah, Scottish, man, it was bloody, man. It was nasty, Scottish. But you know what? This is why you guys got to tighten your positions up. We've been talking about this for months, that crypto was kind of on its way to the downside. I've been telling you guys to tighten your positions up, get out of some of them trades that you were in that weren't really showing you benefit or were risky, and get into some stronger plays or get into cash, because the charts told us where we were headed for a while now, and the charts are the charts, and they told us where we were headed. They told us what was going to happen, and it's I don't think it's necessarily over yet. We'll look at where I think that the market's going to go. I think we'll get a bounce off of this, but I don't think that we're down with the done. We're done with the downside yet. But anyways, go ahead and hit that like button on your way in, guys. Helps the channel out. Appreciate it. I noticed that a lot of people that tune in, they don't hit the like button or they don't hit the share button. So please do that for me in the channel as well. And I noticed people on TikTok as well. Go ahead and keep tapping that screen, get the likes up, make sure that you know we're doing what we got to do over there as well, and letting TikTok know that we're here. And I do my best to get to everybody's chat. I do my best to get to everybody's comments here as we move along. But yeah, what's up, Selmo? What's going on, brother? How are you? How are you, Selmo? Hope all is well with you, Selmo. Yeah, we're at it, man. Bloody yesterday, but yo, we got to deal with it, right? Got to deal with it. Got to move on. Got to get past it. So yeah, we'll go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get right into this market. Let you guys know what the market looks like. Let you guys know what I'm doing. Yo, Selmo, my man, Sanders is playing well out there in Cleveland. Got to tell you, highly impressed with what he's got going on out there, man. I just shorted. You just shorted Zach. Okay. At Scottish, you just shorted Zach. I'm in a short on Ethereum actually. I have a short going on Ethereum. I think there's some more downside to come. So let's go ahead. Let's look and see what's going on over here in the markets, baby. The Asian markets, they didn't trade on us. They didn't trade too well on us yesterday. They didn't trade too well. They closed. European markets, what do we got going on over here in the European markets? Man, they're not trading well either right now. They look like they are on a bloodbath over there as well. United States pre-markets right now, they look like they are on an absolute downturn as well. So there is no Asian markets, European markets, United States pre-markets all look like they're on a down slide on this Monday. Will BTC get to 100K to close out the year? It might. I think we'll get a bounce off of this downturn, but I don't think we're on our way back up to 126K. I think the high's already been set. With the amount of manipulation going on in the market right now, I think the high's set already. I know a lot of people are talking about liquidity's coming in, liquidity. I still have questions about whether or not the retail investors are coming in the way that people think that they're coming in. And I know institutions bring liquidity, and that's who brings liquidity. But, you know, I mean, when you think about it realistically, you know, with the way that the market is and the way that crypto is changing, do you really think that the banks are going to give up and the federal government is going to give up all that liquidity to cryptocurrency projects to say, come on and take my money? I don't think so. You know, we were all waiting. You know, some people were waiting on that ISO 2022 event. It came and passed, and nothing changed. I told you guys nothing was going to change. I've been telling you guys that for a long time. And it came, it left, nothing changed. There's no big, huge liquidity injection like everybody was saying. There's no big, huge pump like everybody was saying. And the reason for that is that what I've been telling you guys to research for a long time is that there's no cryptocurrency project or blockchain that's ISO 2022 compliant. It doesn't exist. Just go look at the frequently asked questions page right on the ISO 2022 website. It clearly states that there's no project that's ISO 2022 compliant. So I knew the pump wasn't coming. It was, you know, you just got to read, right? You just got to read. Retail's not coming. I agree, Junior. Retail's not coming. They're broke. They're broke. Hey, thank you for the heart me over there on TikTok. Appreciate you guys on TikTok. Keep smashing that like screen. We're behind on the likes. Just keep tapping that thing. But yeah, I've been telling you guys that for a while, that there's no such thing as an ISO 2022 compliant blockchain or an ISO 2022 compliant crypto. It doesn't exist. It's it was a marketing ploy by a lot of these cryptocurrencies to get you guys to believe that they were ISO 2022 compliant, and it just it just doesn't exist. The Clarity Act is what we need. I agree. Selmo. The Clarity Act is what we. XRP is the only is the only compliant coin. It's not compliant though, Junior. XRP is not compliant. It's not ISO 2022 compliant. It doesn't exist. Ripple Net is ISO 2022 compliant, but XRP is not, and they're two separate things. So they're two separate and distinct entities. So that's what I've been trying to get you guys to understand and see, that the XRP ledger nor XRP are ISO 2022 compliant. It's there's no blockchain and there's no cryptocurrency that's compliant. Just go read you don't have to believe me. You don't got to believe me. Just go read the frequently asked questions page right on ISO 2022. It clearly states that that they're not compliant. Did you hear about the regulations coming for privacy? Yeah, privacy tokens. Yeah, I mean, they're going to regulate privacy tokens, Scottish. It's going to happen. They're not going to be having these privacy tokens out here, and people washing money. And that's what's going on right now. A lot of people are washing money in crypto. And that's why, your ZBEX are running. And that's why, your dashes are running. I mean, not your ZBEX, but your ZEX are running. Your dashes are running. It's because people are washing money. Heat, good morning, my brother. They're washing money while they can, which is right now. But crypto needs the Clarity Act. And I think that's what a lot of banks and everybody's holding back on, is the Clarity Act. But I just don't think that liquidity's coming in the way that everybody thought it was coming. And as every week goes by, it just continually proves my point. It just continually proves my point, man. That here we are, right? It is what it is. I just I look at it and I just don't understand. I don't understand what everybody else isn't seeing, but we'll get into it. Stable coins are the future of crypto. That's how banks, that's how institutions are going to start moving their money. It's through stable coins, which is why stable coins are so important in cryptocurrency right now. That's how they're going to start moving their money. You think about the event that happened yesterday, right? Let's say that somebody was moving, a bank was. I'm not going to pick on XRP because it is what it is, and people believe what they believe. But let's just say that a bank was moving their money through HBAR, right? And they were holding HBAR. They moved their money through HBAR, which we all know HBAR. That's not how they move their money, but just for argument's sakes, let's say that they did, right? And let's say that they made a transfer from the United States to the Bank of England last night, right as the dump was occurring, right? By the time they got their money from the United States Bank to the Bank of England, they would have lost about 5% of that transfer. So do you think that that's really feasible for the banking system? Do you think that that's something that they want to see? Do you think that that's something that they want? No. But if they move it through stable coins, it's always dollar for dollar, right? So that's the problem that cryptocurrency runs into right now. And that's why stable coins will be utilized, and stable coins will be the future of blockchain, and how institutions move their money around so that they know that when it gets to the other end, it's dollar for dollar. All right. And that's how it's going to happen. And that's why you see all these stable coins coming out. It's not by accident. So, it is what it is. I don't know. I just try to get people to see it, and they just kind of they can't wrap their head around it, right? They can't wrap their head around what's actually going on. So I just say it, and then I let the market back me up on what I'm saying. Everybody keeps saying liquidity's coming, liquidity's coming, liquidity's coming. This event's going to bring liquidity. That event's going to bring liquidity. This event, and then them events come and they go, and liquidity doesn't come and it doesn't go, and then everybody is just on to the next event. So we'll see. We'll see what's happening. Crow to 6 cents. Got beat up last night. Crow's in trouble. And one of the reasons that Crows is in trouble is because they can't get their blockchain up and running. They can't get anything. They can't get any movement over there. There's just no volume. There's just no volume on Crow at all, and that's a problem. So when you look at the headlines here, it says Bitcoin, Ethereum fall sharply as the crypto sell-off resumes. And when the top story on CNBC is the cryptocurrency sell-off, you know that you're in trouble. You know that you got hit hard last night. That's the top story. That's the number one story on CNBC, which isn't good. That's not what you want as the top story. ISO only changed the messaging. Yeah. ISO 2022 is just a messaging system, Junior. That's what I was trying to tell everybody before. It's just a messaging system. That's all it is. And it's not a cryptocurrency. It's not. It's just a messaging system. That's it. And that's why when everybody was saying that they're ISO 2022 compliant, I just sat back and laughed for a long time because blockchain's not a messaging system. So that's why nobody was compliant, but nobody read. Nobody read. Everybody decided that they were just going to listen to what the devs and everybody else was saying. And I mean, how many projects out here were promoting themselves as being ISO 2022 compliant? How many? I mean, when you look at it, there's a ton of projects that were out here promoting themselves as that, and come to find out, they were all lying. It's all lies. It was a lie. Call it what it is, but when you start peeling that onion back, it was a lie. Think it's safe. Think it's safe. You think it's safe enough to 1x short BTC? We're gonna see. I'll tell you right now, Scottish. Let's look at it. Let's look at some prices, right? Because the weekly candles closed last night as well, which is a big deal, right? So we're sitting here on the weekly, on BTC on the weekly, right? BTC has the support line sitting right here at 87.5, right? And it's sitting at 85.8, and it can't hold this support line right here, right? Am I right here? No, it's at 85. The support line's at 85.9, right? So it's got to hold the support line at 85.9, right? If it doesn't hold this, let's just call it an even 86K, right? If it can't hold this support line at 85.9, 86K, if it can't hold that, the next weekly level of support is sitting right here at 70, 73, 74, 73K, right? That's the last, and I keep telling you guys, like, I should just draw a picture right here that this line right here, like, if you can't hold that, that's bear market territory. That's bear market territory right there. And this is the last line of support, right? Before we fall back down into where, right? Into here, right? Into where we started this run, right? The next fall is where we started this run. So it's got to hold. I would wait if I was going to long BTC at this point, Scottish. I would wait until we made sure that it held this support line right here. I would wait for the market to open to see what the ETFs are going to do. And when I was looking this morning, it looked like they were going to dump. It looked like they were going to dump today, so I would wait. Not any lies, but but manipulation. Manipulation, lies. I mean, depends on how you define it, right, Junior? Right? Uh, it depends on how you. It depends on how you define that, right? Uh, Looking to short. Oh, you're looking to short, not long. If it breaks below that support line right there, if it mints a candle below that support line right there, I don't know what chart you're using, the hourly, the 15-minute, or whatever, but if it mints a candle below that support line right there, and on whatever chart you're using, then yeah, it's probably safe to short it at that point. I got to short it on Ethereum, and but yeah, so to tell you guys, just to let you guys know, like kind of what I'm looking at right now, something interesting. I'm looking at Circle on the stock market right now. I'm looking at Circle because I do think stable coins are going to move this market. And when you look at where Circle is right now, Circle has been absolutely beat to shit, right? It's at 70 right now. It's trading. It's going to open up. If it opened up right now at $77.58, it closed at $79.93 on Friday. It's down another 2%. This thing has been beat to crap, right? If you believe that Coinbase is going to do anything, or if you believe that that stable coins are going to run cross-border payments, you have to believe that Circle is going to play a big role in that USDC, right? You have to believe that USDC is going to play a big role in that. When you look at that, so when we look at where Circle was, right, and where it is, you know, this thing has been just beat to hell up, right? So when we look at it, where are we at right here? This thing was up around 250, right? $250. It's sitting at $77. $77 right now. It looks like it's going to fall again today. So I'm looking at possibly getting into Circle today, just as a hedge against Coinbase, as a hedge for Coinbase, and a hedge for stable coins as well. I think Circle is going to make a run here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and just wait for the bottom of that and get back in, because that thing's been beat to shit, and that's what we like, right? We buy stocks, and we buy cryptos that are beat up, and we wait for beat up and that have some use case, and we wait for them to turn back around, right? If and then we cash in on them, right? So, and Circle's one of them. Could be a play, right? Could be a play. Got BTC sitting at 86,300. 86,300 continues to fall. So yeah, Scottish. Like I said, depending on what chart you're using, whether it's an hourly, or it's a 4 hourly, 15 minutes, or whatever, that could be at play. That could be at play right now. Ethereum sitting at $2,840 right now. You got BNB sitting at $824 right now. You have Solana sitting at 127.14, and we have XRP sitting at $2.04 right now. All of which absolutely got hammered last night. Go ahead, hit that like button, y'all. I see you guys. Coming in and rolling in. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. You guys over there on TikTok, keep smashing that screen and keep getting them likes up right now, because we're a little behind on likes over there on TikTok, and TikTok's going to go ahead and send me a message here in a minute. So go ahead and smash them things and get them things moving. We got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index right now sitting at, the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index right now sitting at 20. Not great. A little bit better than where we were last week, but still not great. I expect that to come down a little bit today, given the fact that we dumped a little bit on Sunday. I expect this Fear and Greed Index to come down a little bit. Got altcoin season sitting at 24 out of 100. Long ways away from altcoin season we are, guys. We got the cryptocurrency market cap sitting here at $2.94 trillion right now. And I don't know, your eyes can see what my eyes can see, but that's red. That's all red. That's all a downhill channel right there. So we gotta get some recovery. I know we were hoping for a $4.5 trillion market cap. We're a long ways away from that, right? we have to regain 3 trillion first, right? And that should be the goal right now, is to regain 3 trillion and start to build some support around 3 trillion. Because right now, 4.5 trillion is a long ways away. It's just, that's a pipe dream, right? It's a, and it's just, it is what it is. I mean, on Friday we had a positive inflow in the ETFs, but that was Friday, and it probably all got wiped out yesterday. You're looking at the Bitcoin dominance right now, it's sitting at 58.7. Bitcoin dominance is still just way too high for altcoin season, for us to even be talking about altcoin season at this point. You're looking at 58.7% of this whole market is wrapped up in Bitcoin, right? So when we look at that, like, we're so far away from altcoin season. It's not even in the mirror. It's not even in the mirror at this point. And you know me, I'm just going to give it to you like I see it, 100%, right? I'm just you know, it is what it is. All the money's in Bitcoin right now. Any, what do you say? Anyone ever put two and two? Anyone ever put two and two together? Yeah, we put two and two together every day, Junior. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just Junior, I don't know. I put two and two together every day, and like, at the end of the day, you know, I tell people like this all the time. These projects can tell you whatever they want, you know, and you know, everybody can tell you what they're gonna do or how they're gonna change the financial system, and how, you know, blockchain will change the financial system. It's just not gonna be in the way that everybody's telling you that's gonna happen. It's not gonna be in that way, right? And because if you believe, and I'm just not a believer that these big financial institutions who basically run the world are going to just turn over all of their financial instruments and tools to cryptocurrency projects. I just don't believe that. I mean, I believe that they will use them. They will use them to a certain extent, but they're not going to just turn over everything to them, right? JP Morgan set that stage when they launched their own blockchain, and Swift set that stage when they launched their blockchain. And you know, I think that everybody, you know, these blockchains that kept saying that they were going to take Swift's volume, they were going to do all this. It was a good run, you know, but now, you know, you have to temper your expectations. And I do think blockchain is going to play a big role in a new financial system, but I think now you have to temper your expectations. Now as these things start to roll out and blockchain starts to evolve and get more and more integrated in the real world tokenized assets, the banking system, things like that, and you start to see BlackRock come out, who is the largest financial institution in the world, and you start to see them come out into some of the things that they're doing with Ondo, and you know, really linking up with some of the other blockchains. I know they linked up with the XRPL, they linked up with Ethereum, they linked up with AVAX, they linked up with a bunch of these other institutions. But at the end of the day, they're still controlling things. Like, yeah, they're linking up and they're offering their products, but at the end of the day, they're offering their products. They're still making the majority of the money off of them products. So, like I said, they're not just going to handle. There's not These institutions just aren't going to hand things over. The world stage is a shit show. It is. The world stage is a little rough right now, but it's one of these things where you got to look at it and go, yeah, well, what's coming, right? You got to look past the smoke and mirrors and go, what's coming. And I think with the Clarity Act, I think once that's approved, I think what you'll see is that there was a lot of building going on in the background, waiting for the Clarity Act to get approved. And once it's approved, I think you're going to see a lot of people come out with instruments that you didn't know that they were building in the background. And when that happens, I think the Clarity Act's gonna make everything clear. And it's gonna clear up exactly what people have been building in the background. Tap that like screen over there on TikTok, y'all. Hit that share button, hit that like button over there on X and YouTube. I can see you guys rolling in at the top of my screen. And we don't have as many likes as we have people. So let's go. Hit that like button. But I think the Clarity Act's going to clear up a lot. I think you're going to find out that a lot of these big financial institutions have been building in the background quietly. And once they get the guardrails of what they're able to do, that you're going to see them start to launch things. Why did it dump? It dumped because there was a lot of liquidity. There was a lot of longs in the market sitting underneath where the price was. So the market makers during low volatility, which is one of the reasons why I encourage everybody, if you don't know what you're doing, don't trade on the weekend, because there's not a lot of volume, not a lot of liquidity on the weekend. And there was a lot of longs sitting up underneath us. And the market makers just went to work, and they went down there and they liquidated all them long positions that were sitting underneath us. And now we have a ton of short positions sitting above us. So that's why I do expect a little bit of a push up and a little bit of a push up in the next couple of days. But I do then expect for the Bitcoin price to come back down. I expect us to test that $74,000 support line sitting underneath us. At some point, do you think the same? Do you think the same people did the October? It's all the market makers, man. It's all the same market makers doing what they're doing. It's it's just it is what it is. When we're now entering, I remember, man, a while ago I had told you guys, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. And everybody was begging for institutional money to come into crypto. And I kept saying to you guys, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. And as institutional money starts to come in, they start to manipulate the market. And when they start to manipulate the market, they're manipulating the market with millions and millions and millions of dollars. And that's what happened in October, and that's what happened yesterday. Is they just went down and sucked up all that liquidity. So Binance, Coinbase, all of these big exchanges. I mean, when you're long and then shorting out here on the market, and you're putting that liquidity on the exchanges or on DeFi or wherever you're putting it, their objective is to wreck you, right? Their objective is to come in and take your money. And when they see an opportunity where they can come in and liquidate you, all that money goes back to the platform. So, the market makers go to work at that point. Right now, there's $778.04 billion in liquidations out there ready to be liquidated. So when you look at it, the majority, I want you to pay attention to this for a minute. So there's 778.04, and this is what I've been telling you about why this is not a holders market. This is not a spot holders market. And this is why people that are just buying crypto and hanging on to it forever are absolutely getting torched in this market. They're absolutely, and they will continue to get torched. So you have $778.04 billion in liquidity in longs and shorts sitting out there right now, right? So when you look at that, keep that number in mind, $778.04 billion of liquidity. And then you come over here and you look at the market cap, and it's 2.94 trillion. Well, 778 billion of that 2.94 trillion is sitting in leverage right now. Just pay attention. Thanks for the super chat, my man. Thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. That Selmo comes in with a big banger. Thanks for keeping us up up on man. I appreciate you, Selmo. I appreciate all you guys. But yeah, when you look at it, $778 billion of that market cap is sitting in longs and shorts, and 4.17 billion is sitting in future contracts, which are your derivatives, right? Most of that's probably sitting on Coinbase and Binance. So when you look at that, that's crazy money, right? That's crazy money. So the majority, a lot of this market cap is sitting in futures and in perp contracts, right? So this is why your spot traders keep getting wrecked, because the market makers can go up and they can liquidate the shorts, they can come down, they can manipulate the longs and just keep playing this game back and forth, and just liquidating people. So that's why I tell you guys, if trading, but I know people are getting liquidated, and yesterday was a bad event for leverage traders, right? If you were in deep, right? If you were in deep, it was a bad event. A lot of longs got liquidated. But I'm telling you, this is where the market is right now. The market is a leverage traded market right now. So, it just is what it is. And if you're just continually holding spot, if you're buying and just holding, you will get wrecked out here. You're going to get wrecked. So when we look at the crypto bubbles right now, yesterday is completely red, other than MYX and Rain. And Pepe actually is only down it's down 10%. I don't even know that must be some new color for people who just absolutely got torched. But it's down 10%. So on the day, everybody just all the cryptos just kind of got just absolute wrecked. And over here on the hour, you see this happening right now. You see a red hour, right? A red day, a red hour. And we're looking at Bitcoin still sitting at 85.8 right now. Just continues to fall. It fell last night. It continues to fall this morning. Ethereum sitting at 2,819 right now. Where's Chainlink at? And is XRP holding on to $2? Yeah, $2.02 right now, just barely hanging on to $2. Right now, Solana is at 126, continues to fall. It's down 7% on the day, and it's down another 0.6% on the hour, which is not good for Solana at this point. Chainlink right now sitting at $12.08 even right now, lost 7%. You look at the majority of these cryptocurrencies right now. Last night, 7 to 8% of the value got wiped out, depending on what you're looking at. So 7 to 8% of the value got wiped out. That's not where you want to be. That's not where you want to be from a cryptocurrency perspective. So you guys go ahead and keep tapping that screen over there on TikTok. Keep tapping. I appreciate it. TikTok's gonna send me a message. I'm getting stuff over there right now. They're gonna send me a message. Get the likes up a little bit. Just keep tapping the screen for me so that TikTok knows we're here. Over there on X and over here on YouTube, keep liking that thing. Keep sharing that thing out. Why will holding for long term be bad? Why? Because the market manipulators are just going to manipulate this market. They're going to continue to manipulate this market. And when well, let's just look at it for a minute, and I'll explain to you why. I'll explain to you why I say holding is not good right now. And anybody that tells you just to hold on is just um, feeding you a line of bullshit. Then in there, either that or they don't know how to read the chart, right? Uh, so let's look at this on what are we on? I want to let's go to the daily chart. It's gonna better represent what I'm trying to tell you, right? I'm gonna show you what type of haircut you're taking just by holding, right? When we look at this, right? So let's say what token are we on here? Let's get on the right token. Let's not get on a meme coin. Let's get on one of these bigger projects, right? Shit, we'll take Ethereum. It'll do exactly what I want. Let's say you were smart enough to buy Ethereum right here, right? At 2,500, right? And you were smart enough to hold it, and you held it all the way up here to this high point right here, right? That is a 98% gain on your money, right? You would have taken 98% of your money. Good morning, Kelcher. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You would have had a positive gain of 98% on your money, right? Let's say you didn't sell it. Let's say you just you're hanging on to it, right? So out of that 98%, where you're at right now at this current moment, right? You're down 60%. So you took a 67% haircut on your money, right? You took a 60% haircut on the profits that you could have had. That's why holding on to these things are no good, right? So, and that's just going from high to high, from high to low, right? So that's why I say what I say, because you just continue to take haircuts. We'll look at XRP, right? Let's say you bought XRP at $2.21, right? We'll get our measuring tool out. Let's say you bought it at $2.22, and you held on to it all the way from its high right there. That's an increase of your money of 78% right here. Right here on this high, which was $3.34, right? Right there. 78% return on your money. Let's say you didn't sell that, right? And you're still holding on to that. Let's say you didn't sell any of that, right? And you're still hanging on to that. You put this measuring tool right here. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't, right? Here's the numbers. You are out of that 78%. You took a 30% haircut just by holding on to your crypto. You took a 30% haircut. So I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. If you enjoy taking haircuts, keep holding. Bear market here. Bear market here, boys. Right here. When we look at this bear market, bull market discussion, I'll tell you, a lot of people, there's a lot of discussion about what's going on out here right now, right? Bear market, bull market, bear market, bull market. People will give you this big liquidity injection discussion and all that, right? That's what they'll say, right? Big liquidity coming, all this and that. Just hold on and wait, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's just look at Bitcoin. This right here, we'll pull a chart back, pull it back, right? Pull it back. Here's your tunnel, right? Here's your tunnel. We've been riding this tunnel since 2023, right? This right here, when you look at it from this tunnel right here, this is the last line of support that's on this chart before you go right back into where we started this tunnel, right? There's no real big line of support after that. There's a couple micro lines of support after that, but not a real big one. So when you look at it, this is it right here. I mean, you can literally take this line right here around, between 73 and 75,000, depending on whose chart you're looking at. You literally can take that line right there and you can say, if we break below that line, where are you headed? Where are you headed? Well, you're headed right here's a micro line of support. Right here's a micro line of support. Right here's a micro line of support at there's a micro line of support right here at about 40,000. No, yeah, about 42,000. There's a micro line of support right here at about 52. So do I think we'll get that low? No, I think we'll probably come right in this area right here, probably right around here, right around 60, right around 63,000. And we'll play around between 63 and 74 for a long time. We'll play around in that area for a long time. If we lose that level of support, we broke the 50. We broke the 50-day. Yeah, once you broke the 50-day moving average, it's been all downhill from there. It's been all downhill. But I'm just giving people some hope here that when you play with this thing and you look at it, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we are where we are, right? And this is the daily candle. I mean, you look at it. I mean, we're holding on right now to this level of support right here. This line of support right here is what we're hanging on to, which is 85.6. It's 85.6 right now. We're hanging on to that thing like a thread. We got a buy signal that just came up on an hourly chart for BTC right now, which just means which means it's actually starting to bounce off that level right there. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if you're gonna long BTC right now is the time. We got this buy signal right here. These EMA ribbons haven't really changed though. They're still in a downtrend. So it's a risky play. It's a risky play if you think we're going to hold this level of support right here. To long it. It's risky, but could pay off for you as long as you're not in it for a long time. I wouldn't make that my long term hold on BTC. But if you're in it for a short play, it could work out for you. Yeah, but once we broke the 50, we had a problem. When we broke the 50, we had a problem. Probably come down to the ETF. Yeah, we got to see what the ETFs are going to do today. It doesn't look like they're going to open up that strong, actually. So we'll see. Where is IBIT at today? What does IBIT's pre-markets look like? Oh, wrong one. We don't want that. Don't want that. That's not the one we want. What does IBIT look like today? Because how IBIT's going to open is going to dictate how BTC reacts to this market. Well, here's your answer right here. It closed on Friday at 51.55. It looks like it's going to open at 48.17. There's your answer. Like I said, you guys, we don't got to go searching too hard for answers, right? Shiloh, what's going on? My brother right there. Yo, if you guys ain't following Shiloh, make sure you guys go follow Shiloh. I'm telling you guys right now. Dude's a beast, man. And he has, he's with Bober. It's a beast, man. Guy's just a beast, man. Go follow him. But yeah, there's your answer. Looks like iBit's going to open up extremely lower than what it closed now Friday. So that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. But I am actually thinking about going ahead. I'm telling you guys, let's check on Circle one more time. Circle 77.33. It keeps dropping. I'm telling you guys, keep your eye on Circle. If you think that stable coins are how this financial system is going to move money, which I do, and Circle's the play. That thing has been beat down, man. And it was at $300. It's sitting at $77 right now. That could be a play. That could be a play right there. That when you look at that, you could look back and be like, yo, that was a good play. What's the play? Medium term. Medium term, what I think is going to happen. Here's what I believe is going to happen this week, right? And we'll see as the week goes on, right? We're sitting over here on the daily chart right now. We got a buy signal right here on BTC. I think we'll bounce off this support line right here. I think we'll bounce off this 85. I think we'll bounce off of that. We'll probably bounce back up to around the 90s. We'll probably play around between 90 and 93K. And then I think you'll see a slow pullback later on in the week. Remember, guys, it's tax season time. So people are going to be taking their losses for taxes in December. And also we're moving into December, which is a holidays and Christmas time. And people are going to be pulling their money out of the market, even at a higher level, to take care of their family and stuff for Christmas. So I think we'll get a bounce right here. I think we'll get about a 5 to 6K bounce right here where we're at, and then I think you'll see the slow grind down going into the end of December. And I do fully expect us at some point, whether it's late December, early January, to come down and test this 75,000 K on Bitcoin. I expect us to fully come down and test that. And that'll let us know exactly where to head, from there, whether we're 100% in a bear market or we're going to bounce off of that and move back to the upside. I think BTC's all-time high is set. It's set in. It's 126K. That's all you're going to get this bear market. But we say that's all you're going to get, but like when you look at it, we came from 30,000 up to 124K. Like, what more do you want? You know what I mean? What more do you want? Just like, I know a lot of people are on XRP, but you came from 50 cents up to $3. I mean, what more do you want? You know what I mean? That's a hell of a run. If it's over, that's a hell of a run. Chainlink came from, $5 to $8, depending on where you bought in and where you marked it, up to 30 something dollars. Like, what more do you want? Like how much more do you want out of a project, right? They may not have met your levels of potential or your levels that you had drawn up on your screen, but that didn't mean that they didn't perform well. That's not what that means, right? That, they just didn't. You either got in too late or you didn't take profits when you should, right? When you should have. So coming over here and looking at the total two, the total two is bouncing off this level of support that it has right here, which is good. This is good for the rest of altcoins, right? At about 1.16 trillion. It's bouncing off of it. It's up to about 1.18, which means at some point here, your altcoins should be getting a little bit of relief if it continues to bounce off of that. But it's definitely out of our channel, right? This is the channel that we've been riding right here since 2023. Definitely has minted outside of that. The problem with this is you have your EMAs clearly pointing at a down signal right here. I mean, them things are clearly in a down signal. So we'll see if it can hold this. We'll see if it can hold this line. If it can't hold this line, we're definitely coming down to, you definitely can look at we're probably going to be looking at about 977 billion we're probably looking at coming down to that level if we can't hold this line where we're at right now. So it's all about holding the line. But yeah, these projects have just been beat up, man. It's just there's just no way around it. They just been beat the hell down, man. And you look at the launch that Coinbase had over here on this MON token. It had a good run, it had a good run. But that thing's just absolutely getting freaking devastated right now. It's getting absolutely crushed. But again, this is all about tokenomics and understanding tokenomics, right? And when you looked at MON and you looked at the amount of supply that they actually launched with, and then you turned around and you looked at the amount of supply that they actually minted in the project, they were holding back so much supply. Obviously, people are going to run away from this when the market goes down because they're worried about them guys dumping supply into the market, man. And you can't projects that are holding back a bunch of supply. That should be concerning to you. Look at what happened with ICP. ICP is a mintable token. They minted themselves all the way from like $200 all the way down to like $4. So you guys that should hold concern, right? It should be concern. And it is, and that's why people are running right now. So, you look at this thing on the hourly, it doesn't look good. It's sitting at 2 cents, 2.23 right now. This thing launched around 4 or 5 cents. So you're down. If you held this, so people ask why I say don't hold shit, right? Why this is a trader's market and not a holder's market. If you held this right now, you're down about 50%. You're down about 50% of your bag. I don't know. That's a 50% haircut. I made more money off of this token by trading it on leverage than I ever would have by holding it. That's why I tell you guys to trade. So I don't know who the hell keeps messaging me. Oh, that's coming off of this phone. So yeah, I wouldn't be holding this thing. I'm telling you that right now. Leverage trade it. Where's Ethereum at right now? I have a short in on Ethereum, and I'm over here streaming and not even paying attention to what's going on. Scottish, you're supposed to be telling me how Ethereum's moving, man. $2,824 right now. Yeah, short's looking good, man. Short's looking good. So, dead cat bounce, Junior? I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I do think that we're going to get a bounce off of this, though. I think we're going to bounce probably 5,000 or 6,000. So, will it be today or tomorrow? I don't know. It's going to dictate how these ETFs open up, right? And they don't look like they're opening up strong at all. We did get a buy signal on Ethereum, pretty much right where it is right now. On the hourly chart. On the daily. I'm sorry, on the daily, we got a buy signal here on Ethereum, basically where it is right now. We'll see though. I think if you drill this down, in which we will right now, into the hourly chart, I don't think it's going to be a buy signal, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time in the world I was wrong, right? Let's see. Yeah, definitely not a buy signal. Definitely on a downhill side on the hourly. That thing's coming down. So, it is what it is. We'll ride it down. We'll make money moving down. We'll make money coming up. That's how that's how it's done. Easy 3,000. $900. So start of year. Started your year. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go. Scottish making money, man. Just as I said, yeah, Junior called it. So Scottish, you making money, man? That's why I love to see it, man. I love to see people making money, man. I love to see people making money, especially in the leverage market. I mean, because it is what it is, man. That's where the money's being made right now. And this is what I say to you guys, man. Institutions come in, they're going to manipulate the market. And if you're not playing that game with the institutions, then you're going to lose every single time. You're just going to lose every single time. It just is what it is, man. The DeFi market is not going to tell institutions how to operate. Institutions will tell the DeFi market how they're going to operate. That's the biggest misconception. Everybody's like, well, yeah, Bitcoin was started as a decentralized finance mechanism after the 2008 collapse, and everything's supposed to be DeFi. It's supposed to be financial freedom. It's supposed to be, and you're right. It was, until we begged for institutions to come in. And now they're saying, all right, enough of that. You guys, we're going to control this thing because we need to move our money across blockchains. We need cross-border payments. We need to upgrade our financial system. We need to upgrade how we move stocks. We need to upgrade how we close on houses. We need to upgrade how we do all of these things. And we can't have you degens out here jacking the system up, right? So we're just going to go ahead and liquidate the hell out of you guys until you no longer can run them, so we can run the market the way that we want to. We can't have you degens out here messing the market up. And yo, you guys got to keep tapping that screen over there on TikTok. I just got another message. Tap, tap, tap. Y'all, come on, let's get them likes up. But yeah, and that's just it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just we got to be smarter than the average bear, right? We got to see what's coming. And it was a great concept, and Bitcoin's a nice historic value. It really has zero use case when it comes to blockchain. It's too slow and too clunky, but it definitely, thank you over there on TikTok. It definitely has a good historic value, but and I think Bitcoin will always be the big boy on a block, and everybody else is going to play like it's little brother, but let's call it what it is. This is institutional driven market. Glad to see that. Scottish. You're spot on. Thanks, June. Thanks, Scottish. Thanks, brother. Let's see what else we got going on here before we get out of here. Scottish, if you send me your TG handle, I'll put you into my trading group that I'm setting up on TG. Gold looking really nice. Yeah, silver's looking nice too. That just means people are running for the hills, right? So when gold and silver start to look good, it means you're at the back end of a bull run. People are starting to take their money, put in precious metals. Yeah, Scottish, send me your TG handle on X. I'll put you into our trading group. I'm just kind of getting it set up right now. So you guys pay attention. Like I said, pay attention. And TG group's coming out. It's being set up right now. When I have time to work on it, I'm working on it. And when I have when I'm ready to release it 100%, I'll release it 100%. It's gonna be nice, man. I got an intro to leverage trading in there. I'll put in an advanced leverage trading class in there. We have hourly calls. We have 4-hour calls in there for longs and shorts. And they're not completely set up yet, but I was calling MON in there for about a week straight, up and down, up and down, up and down. So just pay attention, and we'll pick about 4 or 5 cryptos that we're going to trade for the week, and I'll have the hourly buy and sell, hourly long and short signals in there for them, and we have general chat, and we're going to have a call page as well, where we'll call some of these lower market cap projects that we're in, that we're going to get in. We'll have that set up as well. And I also have a class already in there about spot holding, right? And how to take profits, and how to buy in, and how to take profits if you're spot holding. What things to look for, how to use the Fibonacci, how to use support and resistance lines, how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool in order to know when to get in and when to get out of projects. What charts I think are the best to look at, whether it's the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, depending on what you're trying to do. So we'll have all that set up here pretty soon. I'm working on it. It's going pretty well, and I will be ready to release it here at some point soon. So can't wait for that to be released. I'm getting pretty excited about it, and it's looking pretty good. And we got some good calls in there. Conehead, good morning. Conehead too, another project out here on base, and they're holding a strong floor right now at 73,000. They didn't take the dump that everybody else took last night, so holding a strong floor over there, just like Bobert. The two devs in the chat, they're holding a strong floor as well, and didn't get hit that bad last night, like everybody else. So go check them guys out, man, and look at projects that are holding a strong floor right now when it comes to your low market caps. Them are the ones that are going to run later on. But yeah, we're definitely getting ready to set up this trading group in TG. I will be out of, I'm going to stream on Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to stream on Friday. I'll get ready to go on vacation. So, we're going to go hang out in Belize and Honduras and Mexico for a little bit. I'm going to take some of the money I'm making off of shorts and go on vacation and go enjoy myself a little bit, go touch some grass. So with that, I'll keep you guys up to date as the week goes on. So we're up out of here, guys, and appreciate all you guys. Appreciate you guys spending about an hour with me today. It's been a great stream. I'm going to leave you guys with this, man. Pay attention to the market. Pay attention to BTC. If it breaks down below that support line of around 86, just call it 86 even. If Bitcoin comes below 86,000 today, it's not going to be a good day. Just pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to that total 2 market cap. If it can't hold its support line where it is, I'll go back to it because that's probably the most important chart people can look at when they're looking at their altcoins. The total 2, if it can't hang on, hang on to this support, if it drops down here to below 1.16K, and it's sitting at 1.18. If it drops below 1.16, looks like 1.16 trillion. If it drops below that, expect a $967 billion market cap on the total 2, which is not in favor of where you want to be. Thanks for the heart over there on TikTok. Appreciate you. So, pay attention. You know what I mean? This market's going to do what this market's going to do. And here's the thing I tell everybody. The market's going to do what the market is going to do, right? I can't control it. You can't control it. Nobody else can control it. Not even the president of the United States can control what these markets do. The key is not what the market does. The key is, did you set yourself up to take advantage of the situation, no matter which way the market goes, whether it goes up or whether it goes down? Are you taking advantage of that situation? And if the answer to that question is no, I'm just sitting on my hands and waiting for the market to turn around, then you're probably doing it wrong, right? You're probably taking haircuts that you don't need to take, and you're probably taking losses that you don't need to take. And you have to learn new skills in this game. You have to learn how to make money in this crypto market, more ways than just buying and holding. And there's tons of ways to make money in crypto outside of just buying and holding. And if you're not learning how to do that, you will be on the wrong side of this thing. So, uh, whether that's getting in liquidity pools, whether that's leverage trading, whether that's, just being able to do one single-sided liquidity pools, double-sided liquidity pools, leverage, just lending your crypto out, staking it, whatever you want to do, you have to learn how to make money outside of just buying and holding. And it is what it is, man. But if you're just holding and you're not doing anything, you're probably gonna get wrecked. Uh shit's about to go down. Yeah, Venezuela's gonna be a problem, only because I have a feeling that's gonna ramp up over there, and not something we need. We don't need any more wars or any more conflict, and definitely don't need that. But looks like it's probably gonna happen. But with that, guys, happy Monday. We're up out of here. I got a ton of stuff to do. I gotta go get payroll done, gotta go take care of a bunch of stuff. So appreciate you guys. And we'll be back at you guys on Wednesday. No doubt we'll be streaming on Wednesday morning. And we'll see where the market is, but take advantage of the market. No matter what it's doing, be able to take advantage of it. Don't sit there, don't cry about it, don't whine about it. Don't listen to people telling you that a ton of liquidity is coming, or that the government's here gonna save you and bail you out by injecting a ton of liquidity into the market. That's not how it's gonna happen, y'all. It's so be smarter than the average bear, be smarter than the average boo-boo bear, and just look at the market, trade the market for what it is, and don't try to predict what's coming. Trade the market that's in front of your face. With that, we're up out of here. Peace.